Hello and welcome you all. Today in continuation to Fusion Technical series, we will be conducting a second demo, and in this demo we will be covering different aspects of the technology that we have been interested, and as part of this particular scope that we will be covering. Okay, as part of this particular training we have been focusing on to certain data extraction technologies. Data extraction is a major work that a technical consultant is being asked to work upon. Okay, so for being a technical consultant and you are working as a data extraction uh, implementer or data extraction specialist, there has been certain technologies which has been offered by Oracle, and some of those technologies are BIP or OTBI or HCM extract. Some of those technologies are common that they should be utilized across different modules, and certain technologies which are specific to any specific module. Okay, so at a very brief level we will be looking into one of the report, okay, and the navigation and the server, how the report is being getting submitted, how the report is getting run, all those aspects we will be seeing. And we have been seeing certain functional aspects of the Oracle Fusion application, like how we can search, how can we navigate, how can we customize the application. Okay, and we will see how to create certain data, like we will see how to create a job or how to search for some particular employee, and after searching the employee, in case we want to do certain changes onto the employee data. Okay, in addition to that we will be seeing very briefly what is an OIC and how does an integration related to the OIC looks alike, and how we are going to submit that integration to see the output should be generated as per our expectations. Okay, so guys, this is a Fusion application. As part of this particular training course curriculum, you will be provided a full-time access for 5 months approximately. For this particular instance, you will be provided your username password through which you can just logging into the application. And once you logged in into the application, based on different sort of access that you are having, okay, the sort of access that the user that you have logged in, you must be having certain sort of accesses. Like suppose you have the access to hire an employee, you have the access to promote an employee, transfer an employee, and terminate an employee, but you did not have an access to change the salary of the employee. So accordingly, based on your access, you will be getting the different sort of functionalities, the screens, and different sort of navigations available. So guys, this is our home screen. Once we land to the home screen, this black color label is the global global banner. In this global banner we have a search functionality. By clicking onto this search, we can search any of the employee or any of the person, like 1986 is the person number that I have put it across, and click enter. Anything that is related to that 1986 will be provided and listed. Okay, but this is very slow sort of search functionality because it is searching across all the business object, all the functionalities, and all the components. I have not practically seen any major uses of this particular functionality. Okay, it is being always very slow. Another thing is, like, there is a home button. If you click on that home button, we will be landing to the home button that gives us, based on our capability, whatever the whatever the features that are applicable to our users, those features will be provided and accessible, and those features has been some subcategorized into different sort of tabs. Okay, like if I have a capability to run the payroll or manage the payroll of an employee, I could see this payroll tab. In case I don't have that particular roles and responsibility, this payroll tab is not there. Okay, in case under my client group I have the capability to hire a person, I can see this particular functionality. But in case I did not have the capability to manage the compensation, I won't be able to see this particular compensation. Okay guys, in addition to that, whatever the things and functionality that you can access for your day-to-day business operations, these are nothing but these are the links which are having some sort of functionalities that you can access. Certain forms, certain UI, certain screens will open up once you access these things. Okay, the same things of functionality that you can access from the home screen, there is something, these three bars are coming, these are called the navigators. Once you click on these particular navigators, all those sort of functionalities are being accessible here as well. Okay, the my client group was there, and here also we can see my client group. Under that we have different pages, screens available. We can access those pages either from my client group, coming to the navigator and access. Like there is a screen called person management. If you click on that person management, it will land us to one screen that will give us the provision to search for different persons. Okay, we can search for different persons available into the system. Suppose there is a person called 1986, that is the person number. We can pass those person number details or the name of those persons. Okay, national identifier, anything that we can pass, and click on search, it will list down that particular person number. Okay, this is going to give us very high level details about this person, that okay, this person exists, this is the person name, this is the person number, this belongs to this particular location, job, or whether the assignment is active or deactivated. But to further see major details about this name is coming as a hyperlink. Either we can click on this and it will take us to the more advanced drill down skill, or otherwise you can select this row and come to the actions, and under actions there has been different screens which are available, and you can access that. Okay, you want to see the personal details of this person, and you can click on person, it will take you to that particular screen. In addition to that, the same actions are available for each row that you have searched. There is something actions are available. Okay, in addition to that, if you just put 198 something and percentage, okay, you will be able to see multiple records that are having a person number starting with 198. Okay, so these are the person number that are having the person number starting with 198. In this screen, we have the provision that whatever the data that has been resulted, in case you want to export that into the Excel file, click on this and it will be exported. Okay. There has been certain columns which has been displayed. Okay, but you don't want to see those column, or you want to see additional column. That is also possible. Come to the view settings, go to the columns, and you can enable some an additional features. Suppose you want to see town and city, the town and city will be added. You want to hide this national ID, go there and search for this column like where is national ID. Okay, let's suppose we don't want to see user person type, we just unhide and then user person type will be gone. Okay guys, search for this person and go inside this particular person. We want to go and see the personal details of the person. Okay, select the action, it will prompt you personal and employment details. Under that there is a person, we will go and see these particular details. Okay, here you could see the personal details are coming. What is the name, what is the phone number of an employee, what is the date of birth of the employee, what is the gender of the employee. And guys, whatever I am showing to you now, all different screens, like for different object, like how you are searching for a person, how you are going to search for a invoice, or a you can say receipt, or a different work structures like job, grade, positions, location, departments. The screens are something similar to that. There is a search functionality. You will search, click on search. Based on the search criteria, the results will be listed down, and from the list of results that has been listed down, you will click on that hyperlink and you will be landing into the more detailed screen, which will list down all the parameters about that particular business object. Okay, in case you want to see the details, you can see. In case you want to edit the details, like this, for this particular person number there is no date of birth added. If you want to add the date of birth, what you are supposed to do, you can click on this pencil icon. Every screen has similar sort of functionalities to edit the transactions. Okay, and you want to add the date of birth, you can select the date of birth. We want that, okay, the person is having a date of birth from the year maybe 2003. 15th of April is the date of birth. That's how we will pass the values. In case you want to pass the town of birth, you can pass these details, and that's it, we are done, and we will click on OK. We have populated these values, and then we are supposed to save is something that it has just saved into the cache or something. It has not actually get a hit into your database. Okay, in case you want to add the national identifier, you can add. In case you want to modify the phone numbers, there is a provision like either a pencil will be displayed or a edit button is there. You can select that what is the thing that you want to edit. Suppose you want to edit the phone number. Come, select edit phone number, and what do you want to edit? You want to change the phone number. You want to change the phone number from this to this 97176 79 888. Okay, you will change the phone number, you will add the area code like 91, and that's how you will click OK, and these phone numbers will be reflected and changed. Okay, after doing this, you can submit the transactions, and after submitting the transaction, that data will be successfully saved.
Before that, save button should be required, right?
If you are just at that point, at that instance of time, if you are directly submitting, it will work. But it is advisable that okay, first save it so that it will be indexing will be created and it will be into certain particular stage. Okay, if you're directly hitting the submit button and you made multiple changes in multiple attribute, multiple sections and multiple tabs, okay, then it will be time consuming activity or it may error out because this is a browser based application. Okay, so it is advisable that the moment you are keeping the changes into different sections, keep saving it, and once you are done with all the sections, all the attributes, just save it, keep saving, and just hit the submit button in the last. Okay, so that's how the person details has been saved. If you again come, guys, for each of the record, one screen can be displayed and rest of the screens will be under this navigator, that is the taskbar. In this taskbar, if you want to see the absence detail of an employee, element details of the employee, or the personal details or the employment details of the employee, you can click on those screens and you can see those particular details. Here we have seen that we have added these details. So now this has been successfully saved, and that is the reason it will be displayed here. Okay,
Is there
clear?
any validation part is there? Like you have added the first name, mobile number. So is there any validation? We can create a validation for that. Like you have to need insert the first name or last name. It is a mandatory field.
No, that has been already taken care by Oracle. Over a period of time, you will be understand. Once you will be looking into the technical side, BIP reportings, understanding tables and all, right? Then you will see that which table has which column, as per which business functionality, which columns are mandatory, which are non-mandatory. But as a technicality involved, why I am teaching you these things, why I am demonstrating this thing, because you should be focusing on to create the report, extract the data or insert the data. But as a technical consultant, you should not need to be completely relying onto the functional consultant, right? Or they can demonstrate or show you the screens once, but you have to perform your unit testing. You have to perform and validate that the report is extracting the correct data. Suppose the requirement is to get the date of birth of an employee or get the phone number of an employee and get only the phone number which is the primary phone number. Out of these phone number, which is the primary phone number, this is the phone number which is primary. So you have to validate. If you want to come and delete the phone number, if you want to add additional phone number, and you need to ensure that okay, out of two phone numbers, only one phone number should be displayed. So that is the reason I am making you familiar with these screens. Okay, but that is not our core responsibility. In case of anything that is required, that okay, any inputs are required, that you need to understand okay, which screen, how to navigate, how to populate the data, how to save the transactions. Okay, for different business functionality, different screens are available, different UIs are available, and in these UI there has been different sort of attributes, different fields are available. Like suppose for the phone number, there must be some validation that it should accept only numeric digit, it should not need to accept alphabetic digits, right? So that is not something that we need to interested or bother about. That should be taken care by either the system configurator or the functional configurator. Okay, and we should need to work in coordination with the functional consultants only. Okay, guys, it's a team effort that we should need to. It's an ocean of technologies and lots of business processes. No one can be a trained or being familiar with all the things. There has been a team defined. Each of those team member has a different roles and different sort of capabilities and competencies. Based on that only, we will be working towards to support our clients to address their problem statement and offering their technical solutions. Okay, clear as of now?
Yes, sir. Having one doubt.
Yes.
Uh, Just want to know, sir, कि like I am just through with the functional training, but how it's different from technical training? I mean, what is the core responsibility of the technical consultant?
May I know who's this?
Tapasya.
So Tapasya, there definitely like functional user, functional consultant has a different set of responsibility. They are supposed to do the configuration. They are supposed to do the edit of the perform the BAU operation. Like suppose there is an HR manager. What is his responsibility? He is supposed to hire an employee. He is supposed to terminate, transfer. He is supposed to define different policies of absence. He is supposed to apply the leave on behalf of an employee. He is supposed to approve the transaction. Suppose the employee has submitted their resignation. The resignation has been intimated to the HR manager. HR manager should need to act upon that particular request and accept that particular termination, right? So all
Right.
these are the functionality of the functional user. But what has happened if it, within an organization 1000 employees are supposed to be promoted, okay, then functional user has all the capability. He has a fair understanding. He knows the screens. He can come to the screen, search for that particular person as just we have demonstrated, and come and see to the employment records, and under employment records he can add it and promote the person. He will change his job, he will change his grade from grade A to grade B and save the transaction that ensures the person has been promoted from level 1 to level 2. Okay,
Right. Right.
but if the functional person is asked to do this activity for 1000 employees
Okay.
who has undergo the promotion, it is not advisable and it is not feasible that the functional person can search one code at a time and complete all those transactions. He can still do that, okay, but he may require 5 days of time with the five different resource. There is a team required, okay, but for performing these sort of bulk transactions, bulk data extractions, bulk data insertions, to build some sort of integration between two different applications, what has happened? The technical consultants are required, and for technical consultants, Oracle has offered different sort of functionalities, different sort of technologies, different sort of tools. Using those tools, the same work which has been done by a functional consultant, technical consultant can help to expedite and perform bulk operations using use of those technologies. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
like suppose like suppose there is a third party application. That third party application, maybe uh, you can say visiting card application. Okay, whenever a person has been hired into your organization has one vendor, and that vendor is providing you the services to print the visiting card for the newly hired employees. Okay, so one possibility is there that the moment the person has been hired, it is the responsibility of an HR to fill in certain key details. What are the details that are required for the visiting card to be printed? First name, last name, mobile number, email address, designation. Okay, these are the details. So one thing is that manually the HR manager will take out these details, populate these details into one Excel file, and draft a mail and send to that service provider that okay, this person has been hired. Please find attach these details and print this visiting card and deliver it to us as soon as possible. Everything can be handled manually. Okay, but
Right.
if there has been a organization that there is a Tata Group or there is a General Electronics, that is a big organizations. Okay, there has been lot of people joining on a daily basis. Maybe 1000 people has joined. Okay, so it is not viable that HR manager will extract the data at their own, populate this file at their own, maintain this. Even if they can maintain, there could be certain challenges. Those challenges are manual intervention is more, so there could be more chance of error. Okay, maybe the name of a consultant is Fusion while they put PCGen or 2CGen or something, right? So that is the reason automation is required. Accuracy should need to be improved, and end-to-end business flows has to be automated and digital processes has to be defined. That is the major role of a technical consultant. Okay.
Okay. Okay. And so, like in functional consultants, there are different module. So, in the same way, technical function, there will be technical functional expertise for different module, or there is only one OTBI, BI. These
No,
are
that
the
is
ones.
Tapasya. I believe that you have not joined the first demo. Okay, I
Yes, yes.
request the admin, they will share the link and the tutorials, that recorded video for demo one, that will clear your doubts.
Sure.
Yes, in functional we have different product families, like human capital management, financial and supply chain. Each of these product families has different modules, like absence management, performance management, payroll management, core HR management, right? Similarly, for these different families, different modules, there could be a requirement to perform data operations, bulk data operations, that you want to create, you want to hire 100 employee, you want to terminate 100 employee, you want to run the payroll and update the salary of 100 employees. So different modules could offer and demand different sort of bulk operations. So there has been different tools, technologies available. Some of the technologies are that are common, that can help you in different modules as well as in different product family, and certain tools and techniques are available that are specific for specific module and specific product family. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So
Thank you,
guys,
sir.
now since you have been getting familiar to this, in case we are done, we can go to the home page again. Okay. In case just now we have did certain transactions, okay, as an admin, okay, as an admin, they want to see what are those transactions happening. There are certain fields. These are not the basic scope of our training, but it is good to know features. Okay, there's certain screens called transaction console. If we go to the transaction console, under transaction console, all the activities that has happened, okay, that will be listed. By default, it will list down all the activities, all the transactions which has error out, but our transaction is not errored, right? It has successfully completed. So we will remove this filter to show the failed records. And once we remove this, we could see that, okay, there has certain transactions happen. The process name is managed person. For this particular employee, something, some transactions has happened. And what or who's the person who has did those transactions? This user has did this transaction on this particular date. If you drill down onto this particular link, you could see that, okay, the transactions are completed successfully. Okay, guys, we will be seeing, as part of this tutorial, we will be looking into this transaction console. This is the technology that is to define your custom business processes. Like just now you have seen, the moment we have edited and made certain changes with the employee, the changes has been completed successfully and saved automatically. But certain organization wants that, okay, in case any changes are happening into the existing data, it should not be auto committed, but it should need to follow some approval process. It should be reviewed by the HR, and then once the HR will approve it, then only the changes should be saved successfully. So as part of this training, we will be learning about BPM approval workflows, that through which we will be learning transaction consoles and seeing different processes and how we are going to customize the approval processes. Okay, guys. In addition to that, there has been certain things, like there has been certain utilities that has been offered. Like if you come to the this link that shows that who's the person logs in, there is something called set preferences. In set preferences, this is something that we will personalize our application. If we are accessing this application and we want to personalize our experiences, we want to see the data, we want to see this application to run and behave into some regional way, that, okay, the date should be displayed in this particular format. But if you want to see that, okay, date should not to be displayed in this format, but it should need to be displayed in format, you can set those preferences. You want to set that how the number should be reflected. You want to see that how the currency will be reflected, whether the values for the amount or salary will be considered in a US dollar or INR or GBP. That you can set, and that will be act as your preferences. Once that is done, we can save and close. Okay, so guys, all these things we will be discussing in detail. In case there is some set preferences like language, if we access the language, currently we are seeing the application to be displayed in English as a language. But in case you want to set the preferences that, okay, you want to see the language into French. Okay, if you want to see the application to behave and run and operate into French, you will change your current session as French. Okay, and save and close. The moment you save and close, the application will change and translate into French as a main basic language. See, now everything has been displayed into French language. For whatever the business attribute, if the functionality, if the French keyword exists, if the translation exists, that will be displayed into French. For the word for which the translation does not exist, it will be displayed into the default language, that is English. Clear, guys? Now, rolling it back to the English language, we can access the set preferences from here, and there are certain tools and utilities. If you come here, as we have seen something called, we have seen transaction console. Similarly, we have a set preferences here. If we click on this set preferences and go to the language and change the language from this one to American English and save and close, again the language and the UI and the application will start behaving into the English as a primary language. Okay. In addition to that, as we talk about that, we will be learning about different tools and technologies, and we will be learning about how to customize the application. The customization of application also we will see that, okay, if we are under the My Client group, if we go to the person management, if we search for any particular person, if we search for any particular person, you could see here person number is the label displayed. Here also the person number is the label displayed. And once the moment you search for the person, click on that particular person and go inside the personal screens, there also the label has been displayed as person number. But if there is a requirement from your client, they said that, okay, we did not understand what is person number. We want to call it as an employee number. Okay, so you need to do the customizations, and how that customization will be done, and how that customization to be done at one place and everywhere in the application, wherever the person number is been displayed as a label or a text, that will be changed into employment number. Or do you want to specify that, okay, change the person number onto one particular screen only to be displayed into as and replaced as a employee number? That all sort of functionalities we will be learning as part of this particular course curriculum. Okay, guys. Guys, in case any one of you are from the EBS background, you must be aware that in EBS we have a concurrent programs, right? There has been certain concurrent programs, that is either a predefined programs processes which has been defined by Oracle, and we can run or schedule those processes, and each of those processes has certain business process to be act upon or to produce certain sort of outcome. Okay, here also in Fusion application also we have one utility, that is schedule processes. If we go to the schedule processes, it will list down all those processes that has been up and running. Some are successful completely, some are waiting for their time to be run. This is a sort of dashboard, and we can see who has submitted, when is submitted, when it has been last run, and what is the next time of run. In case you want to run the program at your own, certain programs if you want to run, you can click on this particular schedule not new process, and you can search for different business process. Okay, you can search for the business process. Suppose we can say person name and search for the business process. The business process will be listed down. Okay, and you can select that business process and click OK, and click OK, and that business process, it will prompt you. It will, if in case that business process accepts some parameter, it will list down to select those parameters. Otherwise we can submit the business process, and that business process will be submitted and being reflected here, and it will be into a running stage. I- as per the work that it is supposed to do in background, it will perform those actions, and maybe it will error out or it will complete successfully as per the applicable values that we have passed. Okay, as we see that this is the business process that has error out. In case you select this particular business process and this has error out, you can find more details that it has error out, what are the parameters that you have passed, and what is the log message which has been generated. Because guys, if there is a seeded process which has error out, you should need to download the log and raise an service request with Oracle, letting him inform that okay, this is the seeded process that has been designed and I got to know this is supposed to perform this set of duties, but while I am submitting this, it has drastically failed an error, stopping me to perform and proceed further because this functionality is not working. Okay, so that's how you can download the logs. From attachment you can download the logs. Clear? Another thing is like, as we are majorly focusing onto the technical aspect as part of this particular training, and for being a technical aspect, there is something called reports and analytics that will help us to extract the data from the application. So this is one tool that we will be learning about, report and analytics. If you have the access, you have this link, you can click on this link and it will prompt you to access the backend server. So whatever the reports which has been predefined into the application, and you want that report to be active and made available to you, those reports are being made available to you that you can access. Okay, having an idea that one of the report that has been listed here and you want to access that report, you can just click on that report, and as a business user, as a functional user, you can access this report, see the data, and based on that data you could be able to make a decisioning and proceed further as per your requirement. Okay, so guys, as part of this particular training, we will be learning about how to make such sort of reports, that sort of analytical reports through a technology called OTBI, creating a report based on to build certain sort of graphs. These graphs could be a area graph. These are the area graph. These are the line graph or a bar graph or a pie graph, or to represent the data into a table structure. All these formattings, different properties, how to highlight the column, how to make a data to be displayed into different formats and all these functionalities we will be learning as part of this course curriculum. Okay, if you are done with looking into this report, click OK. It will land you to the same application. In case you want to see some another report, you can access by clicking onto this and see the details. So guys, we will be learning how to create a report, how to make this report as a favorite so that that report will be displayed onto that particular screen automatically, so that we should not need to traverse and locate for those particular reports into different folder structure, and we can directly see the things. Okay, as you could see, we have seen these parametric reports that okay, we are seeing the data for the invoice amount. Okay, but if there is a different amount, discounted amount, salary amount, something, we will select the value and accordingly the value will be displayed. Like this, we have multiple things. If we see the transactions for the prepayment, this list will show the data for the prepayment. If we select the value for standard, it will show the value for the standard. If we select the value as a credit memo, it will show the value for the credit memo only. Okay, and guys, here you could see that okay, the same column has been represented into three different views. So conditional formatting, that okay, if the value is less than 5,000 and greater than 1,000, then it should be displayed as green color. If the value is equal to or greater than 10,000, it should be displayed in yellow color. And if the value is negative, if the value is negative or greater than 1 lakh, suppose, then it should be displayed in different color. All these formatting and features are very useful because during your analysis, it should be clearly called out and highlighted so that the business user could see this report and understand that okay, there are certain sort of outliner into the report. Based on that, he will do the decisioning. Okay.
Hello, this is Vishal. Good morning. So,
Yes, Vishal.
so there are like few reporting capabilities which I understood it is there. I don't know Fusion, but I've read it. Like we have Hyperion, we have Smart View. So, will you be covering those also?
Come again.
Will you be
Hyper.
covering the Smart View and the Hyperion layer, like those things also?
So Hyperion is not to be considered as a Fusion technical course content. That is a completely end-to-end a different technology that is not within the scope of this particular course. Okay.
Okay, okay. Okay. I have one more question to you. Like I have seen, I am a EBS
So, Vishal, I'll
financial
take your
consultant.
questions after 5-10 minutes. Let me
Yeah, no,
complete and proceed with the demo. Okay. So, in best interest of time and everyone availability, we can complete the things that what are the course capabilities and how the structure has been designed. Okay.
sure, sure.
So guys, in addition to that, we will be learning how to access the report. There is something that where we are going to build the report. We can go to the browser catalog and this is the backend server. If anybody is from the EBS background, you know that okay, you have the front end application and there is a backend. You are going to the database and then there you are writing some SQL, PL/SQL queries, writing your interface and all. Similarly, here we have these sort of reports which has been created and made available, and where they are supposed to be available, they are supposed to be available into a tool called Oracle Transaction Business Intelligence. This server itself is called OTBI. This server is called OTBI server. This server, the name of the server is Oracle Transaction Business Intelligence. We will be looking into all those aspects that okay, at the home, these are the recent items that has been displayed. There is a provision to go to different jobs. You can see the different reports of the job. Suppose if we go to the report job history, we could see that whatever the jobs which has been recently submitted, that will be listed down, and you can see that this is the report which has been generated, and this has been generated, it has been successfully completed, this has been submitted by this particular user, this has been submitted by passing these parameters, and it was supposed to generate the output into a PDF format, and the output should need to be delivered to a UCM server. There is a some placeholder. If you are familiar with any of the you can say cloud based repository, like you can say iCloud server, right? Like once you purchase the iPhone, there has been some iCloud server is being available and you can place your content into iCloud. Okay. Similarly, we have this thing where we can place the server details and we will put the files and the contents into this. And this is supposed to produce some output file. That output file should be a PDF file. All these settings, like what will be the name, what will be the layout, whether the output to be generated into PDF file or Excel file or different sort of formats, okay, whether the output which is getting generated should be delivered to an email as an attachment or it will be delivered to some sort of FTP server so that the third party application can connect with that application, read the data and proceed further with the integration. All those things we will be looking into. And guys, as part of this particular course training, we will be more focusing 95%, we will be having a hands-on. Okay, we will be explaining the concepts, but while explaining the concepts as well, we will be spending more and more time onto the practical demonstration as well as the practical uses and building the components at our own. Okay, so for building and for your learning purpose, we have created these many sort of samples for each of the technology. For OTBI as a technology, we have created these many sample reports for you. Okay, we can see that okay, if you select this particular uh, analysis, you want to delete this analysis, you can delete from here or you can delete from here as well. Okay, there is a delete functionality is available. You want to create a copy, you can copy, and you want to paste it somewhere else, you can paste it as well. Okay, if you want to rename the component, you can rename the component. If you want to open the thing, you can directly click on open. If you want to edit, you will edit. All those things we will be seeing the properties, the links, and the approach in different places from where we can access this thing. If you want to see the graph analysis, click on open, and it is going to produce some report that we have predefined and we created. Okay, this is the graph view. This is the report that we have created that will list down that each at which location, what are the person and what is the count of at which location, what is the location name and what is the total number of people reporting and working from that particular location, and the same has been represented into different sort of views. This is a pie graph, this is a bar graph which is a vertical, and this is the bar graph which is horizontal. Clear, guys? Similarly, for BIP report, there has been lot and lot of samples and lot of understanding, lot of components, lot of business use cases that we are going to cover. We are looking into different sort of data set. One of the major component of a BIP report is to build a data model, and that should be containing a data set. So we will be having a data set, single data set, multiple data set, SQL type data set, CSV type, XML type, okay, Excel type data set. Then looking into that, okay, the data set should be driven through the parameters. So we have the samples ready based on using the parameters, single parametric report, multiple parametric report. We will be learning how to make a parameter as a mandatory or defaulting the value of a parameter. We will be learning about static list of value, that user should not be allowed to type in the value for the parameter, because if we allow you to enter the you can say the location name and hit the enter to fetch the output, there could be a possibility that you can misspell the location or you will enter some miscellaneous data. Okay, and that is the reason we will be handling. We will be selecting multiple parameters to be selected. We will be selecting, if we are allowed to select all the values at one time. Okay, we will be seeing into different sort of functionalities. Okay, we will be looking into creating a report, different templates we are learning. We will be seeing how to create a report that is very easy through a wizard. Oracle has given you the wizard. You just need to select certain options, answer certain questions, and go click next. Okay, save, and your report will be created. In addition to that, Oracle has even given you the provision. Just write your query, save it, and click on a create button. And on the click of a create button, Oracle says that, okay, do you want me to create a template and report for you? Instead of using a wizard, just click on yes, generate the template and report for me. Just by click of one click, automatically the report will be created. We will be learning about that particular concept and technology as well. Okay, as part of the report building, we will be looking into one major concept, that is a bursting. Bursting is very major concept, that is a very practical uses. That if suppose 10 employees in an organization has been undergone a promotion, and there is one report, the HR will run that report that will generate the promotion letter for all those 10 employees. Okay, but one way is that, okay, either HR manager will run this report 10 times for 10 different employees, generate the letter and deliver that letter one after another to 10 different employees into their mail address. That is the manual process. Other process is that, okay, the HR manager will run the report only once, that is going to produce the one single PDF file that contains 10 different pages. Each page is for different employee containing the promotion letter details. Okay, but while running this report, the report is submitted once, but the output will be split dynamically into 10 different pages, and dynamically 10 different emails should be triggered to 10 different employees who has been promoted, so that each employee will be getting their own personal promotion data without getting informed that, okay, who's the other individual who is getting promoted and what is the terms and conditions on which the other individuals are getting promoted. Okay, clear, guys? In addition to that, we will be seeing into certain aspects of learning the reports, that reports are password protected. Okay, suppose this is a promotion letter. You want that, okay, this promotion letter is getting attached as an email and getting delivered, but the person should need to able to access this report after keying in some sort of password to the PDF. If you are not passing some password, it will not open. Just for the data security, you want to create a password protected reports. Clear, guys? In addition to that, guys, we have certain other tools and technologies that are available. One of the technologies that is specific for the human capital management product family, that is HCM extract. We will be seeing what is HCM extract. We will be then exploring that why different technologies are available, which technology is meant for which purpose, what are the advantages, disadvantages, benefit, best uses, best business case. That suppose you know all these three technology and you have gone to the client, customer is expecting you to extract the data. So based on the customer expectation, understanding your knowledge, how to pick which technologies best suits to your customer requirement, we will be discussing and making you competent enough that you should not need to rely and discuss with anybody, but you should be able to make those decisions that which technology best suits to your customer. Based on that, how you are going to design the solution for your customers. Okay, guys, in addition to that, as we discussed that the another major stream is uh, bulk data operation of insertion, updation and deletion. For that as well, we have four major technology, that is HDL, HSDL, ADFDI and FBDI. We will be learning all those technologies. No coding required, only as part of this particular training, only the coding is required, that you should need to be familiar with select query. Writing a select statement is just the thing that is a technicality. Other than technicalities being involved is, like if you go to learn a digital marketing, if you're going to learn a Photoshop as a tool, okay, Photoshop is a technical tool, but to use a Photoshop, you does not need to learn to write the code, but you should need to learn to how to use that particular tool. Different techniques, different properties, different sort of tools within that particular tool that you are supposed to learn. Similarly, as a fusion technical training, there has been loads of tools that has been provided that you will be learning as part of this course curriculum. No coding, it is a low code no code of platform. You just either drag and drop, you will set the properties, you will configure certain things, and in backend automatically code will be taken care by Oracle itself. Okay guys, the last portion that I would like to talk about is that we should be discussing and working on to the OIC as a platform. We will be discussing, we will be providing you the OIC platform access. Okay, and as part of this particular curriculum, we will be learning what is OIC, different sort of services. Okay, what is the different component, what is the UI, different versions. Okay, how these integrations are available, how to make these integrations, what are the events, what are the lookups. Okay, what are the adapters that we are going to use, what are the packages that we are supposed to configure. Okay, how to run an integration, how to activate an integration. Okay, suppose this is the integration that we have, we want to run this integration. Okay, in case we want to run the integration, we should need to come here and click on run. In this running the integration, it will accept certain inputs in the format of a JSON. So we will pass the values as a JSON file. We say what is the name, name is suppose Triotech, and what is the age is suppose 45, suppose 55. We will sum this and run this. We are passing this input should be processed and it is supposed to produce some output. What is that output? That will be displayed into the response section. It is the request section, and then we have the response section. It has been successfully completed and we have the data displayed. Okay, what is the data displayed? We see that data has been displayed here in certain format, and this is the body that will be having a data to be displayed. Okay, and there has been certain logs getting generated. What is the data displayed? Whatever the inputs that we have passed, that will be displayed as a data. Okay guys, so we will be looking into all these aspects, how to activate a integration, how to deactivate the integration, in case the integration get logged, how to unlock the integration, how to run the integration, how to delete the integration, or even how to clone the integration, and what are different styles of integration, how to build the integration from scratch, how to write the integration to call some additional or external web services, what sort of different connections that we can build, how to build the integration that will read the data from file and insert the data into Fusion application, or how to build the integration that will read the data, that will call some BIP report, read and extract the data from Fusion application, and transfer the data and send that data as an attachment to a email to outside world. Okay guys, so that is basically different sort of applications that we have planned, that we will be looking into a bunch of different applications, that we will be covering more than 15 to 20 tools, technologies that are part of this particular technology training. Okay, so that is what I have planned for this particular demo. Over to you guys. In case you have any questions for me, please call out and I will answer those queries.
You will cover, will you cover OIC inbound and outbound integrations? Like
Yes, yes,
incoming and outgoing integration,
yes,
right?
yes,
Extracting the data from the HCM, BA reports,
yes, all those
from
business cases.
ERP.
I said yes. Everything will be covered. All those business cases will be there. And guys, for your understanding, see how extensively we are going. It is, if we want to just show that, okay, if you learn any of the programming language, the first program that you are supposed to learn is hello world. Okay, so we are not just creating and making the sample ready one hello world. In hello world, different features, different possibilities are there. See, for hello world itself, we are creating multiple programs, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 programs we have created. Okay, and we are keeping all those programs separate, keeping all concepts separately, so that it will be easy for you to refer and understand and run and practice and focus onto that one particular sort of focus area. Okay, like hello world without parameter, hello world with parameter, hello world with JSON request, hello world with response, hello world with schedule based integration that you can schedule, hello world with the app driven integration. All those permutation and combination we will be extensively discussing and demonstrating, giving you the assignments and giving you the predefined set of integrations for your references. Okay, clear guys?
Are you covering any examples on VBCS?
Come again?
Are you covering any examples on VBCS as well?
No, VBCS is not a part of this particular course curriculum.
At least are you covering overview or crude operations and all in BBCS? CRUD?
From practicality, no, no practicals. We'll see if the time permits. Okay, if that is a requirement from all the members, we will see. But initially, that is not initially officially part of this course curriculum.
And P2P and B2B also required.
No, that is not a part of this course curriculum. That is a separate training that we have a separate module. Okay, if you want to completely focusing onto the OIC, okay, there is a separate batches that you can connect the administrator or you can touch base with Kumar.
So majorly cover in the fusion part, right? Rather than OIC.
Come again, Srinivas.
So majorly you're covering on the fusion than OIC, correct? OIC must be very few classes.
OIC must be a great.
Very few classes, right? You're going to be covered.
No, why very few classes? Everything about ICS. Okay, in OIC there has been 3 different tracks. One is ICS, one is VBCS, and one is PCS. Okay, every damn thing that exists in the world for ICS we will be covering.
Okay, so
I mean,
VBCS,
only you are covering core OIC, right?
Yes, I think.
So you will also covering the seeded integration, everything?
What seeded integrations?
Like standard integrations with the HCM tables, ERP tables, right?
Carrot integrations.
Hmm.
What is carrot integrations?
No, you don't. Okay, we'll talk later. This is very big story.
Hi, Bijesh, I have a question.
Yes, Noor.
So yesterday you told us in first demo class that we have to learn this SQL, XML, JSON, and web services. These are the main.
Nothing is required from your side. That is a part of a course curriculum. I will be hand holding you. No worries.
No, my question is like these are all the things we need to use in this technical things, right? Not other languages.
See, as I said that, okay, no technicality involved. Everything is drag and drop sort of functionality, setting the properties, configuring the things from the UI through a wizard. Okay. The only technicality that is involved is learning the SQL. In that SQL, suppose in SQL there has been 10 different topics, but This course, this technology only allows to use one topic only, that is a select statement. Okay, so I don't think so that it will be very difficult to learn that one technical piece. Rest of the things are not technical, everything will be taken care by Oracle. But yes, if we claim ourselves as a technical consultant, although the XML, whatever the configurations, whatever the settings that we will do, Oracle will create an XML for us in backend. Okay, but sometime if you encounter that XML, you should need to read through that XML and understand what that XML meant to you, right? So the initial understanding of that technology, how to represent the data into a CSV format, how to represent the data in Excel format, and how to represent the data into JSON format is required. Okay, that is very simple. Within 1 hour of class, we can conduct all these things. Okay, but in top of that, just to have a best interest of time, we will be providing some sort of assignment, some sort of blogs that you should need to refer to practice if required, or we will be creating some pre-recorded videos for these topics so that you can refer those videos. And once you go through with those videos, you will be having a fair hands-on competency to utilize your skills as part of this course curriculum into those particular prerequisites. Okay.
The real-time project, any real-time project assignments?
Real-time project means what? Definitely I have shown so much of samples. These all are real time. I'm telling you that everything is 90% of the courses practical demonstration only.
Okay. How many years of experience you have?
I'm holding around 20 years of corporate training experience, 17 years of Oracle experience as a whole.
Specific to OIC and Fusion?
Fusion approximately 11 years, OIC approximately 5 years as a system administrator, system and solution architect for OIC integrations.
Okay. And SOA background people can able to understand the technical non-fusion technical people, how can able to understand this course?
If you are a graduate, if you understand English and
No,
you have
I'm masters only, but I'm SOA background, SOA background.
that is good enough. Like if you are from the OAF, ADF, SOA, BPL background, it will give you a better understanding because now the technology base is SOA sort of thing only. You already know what is integration, what are different sort of services and all those sort of things, right? It is just the technology has been simplified that you should not need to write the code, but just setting some properties. Okay.
No, I'm talking about fusion technical. Would you able to understand as a SOA guy?
Any 12th pass person can understand the fusion technical as part of this course curriculum. So don't worry, you will be able to give justice to your thing, and we will make sure that you will be, after completing this course training, following all the tutorials, going through all the assignments, you can easily establish yourself and claim yourself as a fusion technical consultant holding minimum 2 to 3 years of experience.
How is the market for this cloud next 10 years at least? Can I expect?
Next 30 years, if you are being into this technology, you does not need to switch your domain.
So only fusion is enough or OS also needed?
That is up to you. Like see, Oracle is a ocean of technology. I'll tell you, Oracle is a ocean of technology. If although practically, if you are getting employed and working into the large organization, large team, it's a altogether a team game. Okay, if you are learning data extraction, you are learning data approvals, you are learning customization, you are learning data uploads, you are learning integration. It is good that you know these things, but in practical real time, when you are part of certain team, it is very hard that okay, you will be getting assigned different modules, different projects, or different technologies to work upon. Okay, there has been a specialization that you will be working upon. Okay, there has been a bunch of team members who are specialized into BIP reports, some are expert into creating OTBI report, some are very good with HCM extract. So it is good that you should be having all these things so that as per the project requirement, you can fit in yourself, put your learning and experience, and then build your capabilities. Okay, but in practicality, 1 or 2 or 3 applications or technologies are good enough to survive for next 10 years.
Hey, hi
This
Piyush.
is Vishal.
Yep.
Oh, carry on.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, Vish.
yeah. So, okay, so hi here, Piyush. So my question is like, how much SQL knowledge is required to learn this Oracle Fusion? Like, we should be expert in SQL queries, or
No,
I
you
mean,
should not be an expert in SQL query, but there is no limit onto the learning. Okay, the more you learn, you will be doing your work more efficiently. Okay, in addition to that, I will introduce to your one friend of mine that is called Google. Okay, that can definitely help you to create your SQL queries, and over a period of time, by the end that you are done with this particular course curriculum, maybe some new release has came, and since there has been lot of emphasis onto the AI and generative AI, maybe the BIP has been even more simplified, that okay, SQL query can be even more reduced. Only learning that is required, if you understand that there is a table, by looking into the table, if there is an Excel file, you can identify what is row, what is column. Okay, if you want to add the filter into that particular data in Excel file, that okay, you want to see only the records which are male, if you can do this exercise in your Excel file, I'll ensure that I can make you something good level of competency writing an SQL queries. Okay.
okay. And one more query, Piyush. Like, when you're talking about data loading, right? There should be some ETL tool to load the data. Like, I mean, what tool
There
will
is
be
no
used?
ETL. There
Yeah.
is no ETL tool. This technologies, that different technologies that we are learning, HDL, HSDL, okay, and FBDI. These are the different tools to perform different sort of data loading. Okay, but the transformation has to be done manually outside the word. Why it is being so? Because these tools, the technology has been simplified in such a way that any functional user, any business user, if they understand na, your job will be at risk. Okay, if you being as a technical consultant and try to be over smart to the business user, only until the time they have not witnessed that how the bulk data can be performed using these tools, the moment they see, they will laugh at us that okay, you're claiming to be an engineer and claiming that okay, there has been some technicalities involved, but in actual there is no technicality involved. Just you should need to understand the data, you just need to format the data, you need to place the data into respective columns of the Excel file, and there has been some predefined processes that you should need to just submit. Okay, that's it.
Okay,
Piyush,
Piyush. Thank you.
this is Vishal.
Wait, just last thing that I would like to tell. But yes, why we are learning OIC? OIC is the tool that is just to perform different sort of extraction, transformation and load. Once you are extracting the data through BIP, calling through the OIC, transforming it into some meaningful level that has been accepted by third party application, maybe the Citibank, that is through OIC as a tool. Okay, fine guys.
Piyush, I have one question. This is Vishal. I am working as a techno functional in a company. Okay. So, but that is totally in a finance domain. Okay. I've seen the course that we are basically concentrating on the HCM part, right?
No, we are
So,
not concentrating on the SCM part. Let me tell you. In
mhm,
see, this particular course is a complete technical course. This has not been any
okay,
classification of SCM, supply chain or financial. Okay. As part of this particular training, like suppose FBDI is the tool that is specifically to perform bulk data operations for financial and supply chain. We will be learning that. ADFDI is the tool that we are learning that is specifically to do bulk data operation for financial as well as supply chain. Okay,
yeah,
OTBI is the tool that can help you to extract the data for supply chain, for financial, as well as for the you can say human capital management. But while learning the OTBI, we will be focusing mainly onto the financial or supply chain related data objects and the business case. Because why OTBI is there? OTBI is more of an analytical tool. It should need to play around and display different sort of numbers,
correct.
while
So,
in HRMS there is no measure numbers. Okay, while
exactly,
working into BIP as a technology, BIP is a technology that is mainly focusing for all these three different modules, but while learning we will be maybe considering and concentrating more onto the HCM part. Then there is some technology that we can extract the data through web services. Web services
yeah,
are SOAP based and REST API. There
correct,
also we will be focusing onto the web services that are related to the financial or mainly supply chain modules that can give you a better understanding. Guys, please understand.
Okay.
You should need to focusing on to learn the techniques, learn the technology, learn the concept. Okay, if I tell you that okay, there is one table, how to extract the data from the table, okay, later I will change the table, but if you know how to write the select query to fetch the data from one table, you can similar way write the query to extract the data from different table as well. Okay.
Yeah. So my next question was, suppose I want to crack an interview in your cloud. Okay, Fusion Cloud. Do you have any real time project for finance related to finance? Like I've seen many OTBI users showing samples and those things. Those were for SPM, but for finance and integration and kind of a real, so that I can tell like
Hari, all these are real time
Vishal. This is
example. And
Vishal.
okay, Vishal, these are real time
Mm,
scenarios only. We have
mm,
simplified and break down those real time scenarios into small things, so that you will be concentrating and focusing on to one topic, one concept at a time. Okay, if you
okay.
learn all those concepts, if you understood these concepts, it is up to you. You said that you are already working, so you must be having
Yes.
different business cases in your mind, right? It is up
Yeah,
to
but
you.
for
It
EBS R12, yeah, I do
That
have
is
it.
okay, that is okay, all are same thing. If in a
Mm,
EBS R12, you know that okay, you have to create a like general transfer report. Okay, so that
mm,
you understood that okay, how to create a SQL query, you understood how to create a BIP report, you understood how to search for different tables, you understood how to locate for the documentation offered by Oracle, you already have your pre understanding of creating a such report into EBS. You can try to
so
work on to create that business scenario at your own, right?
yeah, is it only related to like if we can get a business center for OIC and there is a file coming from some bank and those things like we will input it into cash
And
management or something.
every
So that
see
kind of scenario where I can put it in
all
a
See,
CV kind of thing.
In OIC, first we will be learning the basic, then we will be learning the features and the activities and the offerings and the components, and then we will be seeing the integrations from Fusion, reading the file through BIP, calling the services, calling the processes, inserting the data into Fusion by reading the file. We are learning about to create a
Correct.
file, creating a file, putting into
Okay.
FTP server, the third party application as you're talking about, that is the bank. Then
Mm,
we have a limitation that we don't actually exist the bank here, right? We don't have the bank.
yes,
So,
correct.
but if we make sure that okay, how the data has been extracted, processed, transformed, and that file to be put it into some FTP server, then it is the responsibility of bank. There should be some technical team. That team should be writing some code at their end, and they will be reading that file and processing it at the bank level. Okay, we will be
Okay.
learning the business case to put the file at the FTP server. Second time,
Okay.
if there is some additional external bank and they are putting the file in that FTP server, and we will be
Mm,
seeing that business process as well to read the file from that FTP server, open it, process it, and read the data and put it into the Fusion. So although
okay.
we did not have the actual bank exist with us, but what is happening between two applications? Sending the data, processing at the other application, or receiving the data and processing at the Fusion application. So both those business
Mhm.
cases we will be seeing.
Yeah, Piyush,
Okay.
hello.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you everyone team for attending the demo today. This is Kumar from Triotech. So we request everyone to please confirm the enrollments today because first two demos are free demos which we planned for Saturday and today. From tomorrow, regular classes will be starting team. So I request everyone to please reach out to us as already the admin team reached out throughout the class for your details to fill the form team. Whoever not yet filled the form, please requesting to please fill the form. So you will be given access to the course dashboard and also to the environment materials, everything. And from tomorrow, new meeting link will be shared only for the enrolled participants team. So I request everyone, please complete the enrollments today and tomorrow we can start with our regular classes. Okay.
Hey, Kumar, what is the course fees for this course?
Yeah, Hari, we can discuss that offline. You please reach out to me on the number, please, 8179563510. Because today we are going with some early bird offer. I request to please reach out to us so that we can able to share with the discounted price as well. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you everyone team. We'll join back tomorrow and we'll continue.
Okay, thanks everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.